Boom, there we go. We are live. Um, I can't really do the video to start us off. I can try, but it might mess up the stream because it's from the phone, everybody. But nonetheless, we are live, so that's good. It's working. It looks like everything.
I'm so used to it. I was waiting for the music to start off.
I know. That's my
I was
favorite
like,
part. I love that.
I was waiting for that. I was like, wait, what? We're live right now?
Right now, it's always
Right
yeah, it's
now?
on. How's your day been?
I've had I think I'm tired or something. I went and I got my favorite veggie burrito and I put it
Ooh.
in the microwave and I forgot the foil.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, that's the first time it happened. It was like, oh shit, I had it 40 seconds already.
No, that's dangerous right there. You're gonna blow
Yes.
the house up.
I know, I know. That's why I was like, shit, I can't believe I did that. I was just really hungry.
You know what? I understand that. My little sister did that with the like fancy coffee mugs,
hmm
and she was making my little brother hot chocolate, but they have foil on them. Like they have foil built into it, so they were watching it spin and spark. Like they had no idea what was going on. I
Really?
caught them literally watching sparks happen in the microwave one day. I was like, oh my goodness. So
I, that I did that when I was a little girl. I remember I had a sore throat, and I used to love Capri Sun,
oh
the
yeah,
juice. You know, they're made of the foil.
yeah.
And I did that, and then I saw a huge spark, and I was like, "Shit, what did I do?" I got
Oh
scared.
no. Oh yeah. It's there's a lot of smart things we do as kids. I think just real brainiacs.
Actually, I think who was it? I think it was my niece. She kind of burned down my grandma's bedroom
Jeez.
with the heater. I just learned that the other day. Playing with the heater and the stick or something.
Yep, yep. That sounds like a thing a child would do. Just
Yeah.
you live and learn. I hope everyone's okay at least.
Yes, yes. It was just the bedroom.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, at least it's stuff, not people. That's better.
Yeah. You
Oh,
can't
but
replace people, like you said. It would be hard.
so it's a lot
It
more
took nine
difficult.
months.
Yeah, there's no cloning anymore. It doesn't work that
Mm-mm.
way. Get into that another episode because that's a whole conspiracy theory we could totally do. Clones
Cloning.
running amok. But for
Would
today,
you would you want
oh,
to clone?
am I in control? Like, do I have like final say
I
on what
don't
they do?
I don't know.
Because if it's yes, if I have control over what my clones do, I want 100 clones like tomorrow. If
Clean the house.
yeah, if they are the same level as me, I'm gonna say no because then I don't know. I don't trust me sometimes. So
mm,
another me, you gotta go. Gotta get rid of you. What about you? What do you think?
no.
No,
I'm an only child, so no.
that's fair. That's fair. I got
Only
I got
one me.
8 brothers and sisters. I have to account for that. So if I had 8 more of me, then we could all hang out.
That would be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Eight.
right. All right.
Oh my gosh,
8.
that's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
I mean, I
so
got
busy.
my older brother, older sister, younger sister, younger sister, younger brother, younger sister, younger brother, younger brother. Boom. There we go. I got it in order. I think. I think. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of them. All right. I
You're
get
never
confused.
bored. You're never bored.
No, not with them. They're crazy people,
Mm-mm.
which I love it. All right. But speaking of crazy, and you know, I don't have a segue for this. I'm just gonna go into it because I don't know how to link the
I
two.
guess.
Hey,
Wait, the
Brett.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's about family, right? Family sticks together, and we're talking about family.
I don't know because this one not really. I
No,
I did not
the
care for this
sisters.
movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix. The Netflix original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or however they're pronouncing it.
Mhm.
I give it like a D minus. It
I've
was
heard some
bad.
people say it's really bad, and it's about. Well, there's the family, the sisters, right?
Yeah, you have the
The
sisters, and
sisters.
it's technically a mom and a son
hmm
in the beginning, but the mom's gone very quickly. So there are family aspects, yeah.
But I was listening to the podcast. Sometimes it's so much easier for me to research while I'm driving. So I'll listen to a podcast about the subject, and
Totally
they're
get that.
saying how fucked up it was. it was like about woke teenagers or whatever. They were trying to buy the town, but the woman who raises like the orphanage, they're like trying to kick her out. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting it? Like, she's helping people and you want to be like all saint-like and help other people, but you can help this one person, this older woman who's done a lot.
Yeah, like here's how it goes. I'm gonna go into full spoiler mode today, guys, because you just need to hear the full story before you like side with one or the other. Because all right, I'm being very harsh because it was not for me kind of movie. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I go in, I want to make sure I read Brett's comment too. The best scary movie I've ever seen is Hours of My Life. That's some scary shit right there. Hours of My Life. I need to write that down because I don't think I've seen that.
Like, is it on Prime? Hours?
Oh shoot! One second.
Is it porn?
I have not seen that. There we go. What's up?
Hi, Lex.
Late to the party. Hi, guys.
No
It's
worries.
okay.
I like the hat and I like the shirt. Is that a Pizza Planet?
Pizza Planet. Yeah.
Jealous. Jealous.
Which is funny. I came into work this morning and they were like, "Oh, so you deliver pizzas too?" And I'm like, "Oh, you don't know Pizza Planet?"
Call it. Dude, if you delivered Pizza Planet pizzas, I mean, I would miss the arcade, but it'd be awesome.
I feel like that should be a real thing.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I don't want to brag, but every once in a while, LA does something cool. Like they had a pop-up Bob's Burger restaurant. They had a pop-up Moe's Tavern, like bar that you could go drink at. That should be one right there. That should be one. That was meant as a joke. What is Hours of My? Oh wait, just Hours of Your. Oh my God, Brett, what are you doing to me? Hilarious, sir. Hilarious. But yeah, Lex, we were just like, we barely started getting into it, by the way. Like, it just barely started clicking in. I guess right before we go into actual details, I'm going to ask you two then, what do you think of the movie?
Which one?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Did you not watch it either? Oh my gosh. All right, never mind. I'm going into full spoiler mode.
You look like the kid who got in trouble in class. Like, what? Homework? What?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this might be a shorter episode because my explanation is going to be very succinct. Okay, so we start off with these kids, very like super millennials, talking about like the most. Oh God, they aggravated me so much. They were just, I was very much rooting for them to die the moment they got on screen.
That's what I heard.
Because like the first thing they do is they stop for gas, and this other dude pulls up next to them, and they're in Texas. It's kind of like, it's nowhere Texas, so it's gonna be a little different, you know. It just is what it is, kind of situation. But a dude pulls up and he has a firearm on his side. It's open carry state. He's trying to get gas, and then this chick is like, making fun of him, and like, he probably has a small dick, like. Right off the bat, like you have never met this dude and you're talking about him very openly. A dude with a gun, by the way, like right next to him. Never met this guy. You're in the middle of nowhere. There's no police around. Oh my God. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Timothy. Richard, we'll definitely get into that as well. We'll talk about that in a second about Sally. But they just automatically just start going into like everything PC culture they could possibly think about. Anti-guns. They try to go into protests. Then the Confederate flag comes into it really big once they get to town. The idea behind it is that these four travelers, two of them are Instagram or social media chefs that somehow bought a town and now are auctioning off the town to sell to other hipster businesses like brunches and art galleries. And that's how they're going to make money. And they're going to build a whole town of nothing but artistic types. And I'm like, I don't want to hang out with any of you people. Like, I don't understand why you would move. Oh, God.
That's what I was talking to Miguel about. So they want to help out, but the woman who runs an orphanage, I was listening to it. I didn't get to watch it, but they want to kick her out to, like, make something out of it, like, to make a better cause. But she's older. She was helping people out anyway. I don't understand why they were doing that.
What do you call? Well, what happened was they bought the entire town. It's a ghost town basically, and that was the last holdout. Was this old lady who looks like she's never left this building for 40 some years? Like she's agoraphobic. She's staying in there. I really doubt she's ever left. Is what it seemed like. and she's raising one last orphan, who just so happens to be we're not really it's hinted to, but it's not said right away. It's Leatherface. Like, she is watching him after he's been, done his thing against his family. His whole family's gone now, or at least that's what it looks like. And he's living in this orphanage with her, and that's the last two in the entire town. She has the deed to her little well, it's not a little building, it's a pretty big building, and the travelers, the people who bought the town, come in. They see the Confederate flag outside of it, get all pissed about it, go inside and have the police pull her out of there. The only two police in about a 50-mile radius, apparently, eject this old lady who has a panic attack and then a heart attack, and then needs to get taken to the hospital. So they're like, oh shit, we've got to get her help. I mean, we don't want to kill her. We just want her out of our property, which turns out not to be their property.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that the twist? That she
Yeah.
had deed to the house. It was her house.
It was all hers. They had
Yeah.
no right to be in there. And then she freaks out because she's trying to watch this now full-grown man that she's been watching for 20, 30 years. I don't even know how long they said it for.
He's the last one, right? The last kid that didn't get adopted.
I don't even think he wasn't even really supposed to be adopted, because it was the guy who was the murderer in the first movies, like the first Texas Chainsaw
Oh,
Massacre.
so it's like a sequel. Sequel?
Yes.
Yeah.
A very, very far in the future sequel, which, like Richard says here, that makes Leatherface like 70 plus years old, if you go by that logic, which is bonkers. What happens later on? He's very spry. I agree with you. He's spry and agile for AARP member. My God. So the police end up leaving, taking one of the kids that bought the town, plus the old lady and her quote unquote son. Sorry, some more comments here. Brett says, nice tattoos, Lex. I agree. I always like that neck tattoo. Very awesome.
Is that for the throat chakra?
Yes, this is for the throat chakra.
Oh, I love that.
I do love it. Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Yeah.
And I agree.
April 1st to add on to it too.
Oh, fuck yeah. Very nice. What do you call it? Richard, I agree. Yeah, Leatherface was the hero in this one. Everyone else got what they deserved.
That's what I kept
definitely
hearing, that they were so unlikable that people were cheering on Leatherface. And I was
none of these characters were likable. I think maybe the younger sister was
Sally, because Sally is one of my favorite final girls ever, because if I was a final girl, I think I would be like Sally, just like completely fucked up and just like running away. Like, I think that would be me, really fucked up.
Well,
the end.
She is in it, and she is no longer a runner. Like, they kind of established in the beginning with the lore to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they go into Sally a little bit, where she is no longer this scared young girl. She actually became a Texas Ranger for a while. She was a badass. She lives on her own. She had been exploring the area for as long as she could, looking for him to kill him herself. But, with the mask on, rural nowhere, I mean, she couldn't find him. But she's never stopped thinking about him, wanting that final hunt, that final showdown. And she kind of gets it. Like, have you guys seen the newer Michael Myers movies?
No.
With Jamie Lee Curtis, how she becomes a badass?
No.
We failed. Now. You guys are killing me.
Hey.
It's all right. Well, basically the two stories are very similar. Like, they have experienced very bad trauma as young adults, and as grizzled veterans of what are definitely some great horror movies. They're not ready to do some murdering of their own. They are definitely badasses. Sally is now basically a cowboy in a pickup truck, and she's ready to murder some fools. And I was very excited to see her do so. Not the case. It did not end well for Sally.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna tell you, Lex, but she gets killed by him. And I was like, is it at least like a cool kill? Because I love Sally. It's like, she went through so much. I wanted her live, but to kill her off.
She did get a cool death. Like, she definitely got a cool death. But we'll get into that, because she's actually saved kind of towards the end as far as who dies. So as we Okay. No one saw that. It's all good. No one saw it. So as we said though, hey Gary, how you doing? There are the two sisters. There is the about to be married couple, the boy and the girl, the blonde, and then these four people are met in the town for an auction of the town because for some reason they have money to buy the entire town and sell it all in like one day for some reason. It just doesn't make any sense. The plan is terrible. So they're doing a huge auction with a bunch of other hipsters that all are very irritating. And at one point, oh fuck, they're all on a bus with Leatherface, and instead of like reacting or running away with this guy with another person's face over his face and a chainsaw covered in blood, they all pull out their cameras and start filming him for live streams. And one guy stops and has to say the line, "Don't try anything, bro, or we'll cancel you." And I wanted them all to die. As soon as that was said, I wanted all internet to not work anymore. And I wanted the world to go back to the 70s where there was no internet and Leatherface was at his prime. And he does that very well. He starts murdering everybody in there. Oh my gosh, I'm jumping ahead of the story too right now. That's how bad that part irritated me. These kids are just so unlikable. Like they make everything that is like a little cringy about that part of society, and they just ramp it up to like 1,000. Oh, yeah, Gary, mixed feelings about this. I really did not care for this one at all. Richard in there, Leatherface's chainsaws like Captain America's shield because it stops bullets a couple of times. It really absolutely does. Oh my gosh.
Well, I did see one kill that I really liked. What?
Wait, which one?
I'm watching the trailer and I'll cancel. Do anything and I'll cancel you, bro.
Oh fuck yeah! Just goddamn. Oh, I'm so glad he died. I'm so glad. Oh.
That's bad. You know when they're going instead of you're rooting for the villain and not for the main characters. You know it's bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then again, I think what's the word I'm looking for? I think they didn't want you to root for these kids anyway. Like they were all throwaway characters. They didn't do any really development on any of them except for one girl, and her name escapes me right now. Richard, if you help me out, it's the only girl who survived. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Richard, I know you got my back on this one.
With the school shooting?
Yeah, the younger sister of the sister duo, she survived a school shooting. She was not like the rest as much. At least she was, very reserved, and she was very skittish. She went through a horrible traumatic experience, and she kind of blamed herself the entire time. And you can tell of all the characters, at least one of them got some kind of development. And she did have some kind of like interaction with like the only one other townsfolk that was there. She actually tried to talk to people, try to act like a human. Who do we have here? Daniel, have you not seen these guys? This is Lex and Marlene. I'm just gonna continue the story, but you say hello to both of them, please. But oh my gosh. But okay. Oh gosh, back to chronological order. This is everywhere. It's all over the place. So while the auction, what's up?
You cut out?
Original Leatherface?
It is the original Leatherface with the new leather face mask of his now deceased mother. Because as they were trying to transport the old woman to the hospital, she dies in transit. She's old. She's like, it was gonna happen, but he cannot handle it. I mean, he's fucking Leatherface. He can't do that. No. He starts panicking. He's trying to give her oxygen mask. Like he starts crying in the car, and the deputy sitting back there's like, "Hey, she's gone." Puts his hand on his hand, like
that's
try to
the
calm him.
kill that I saw, and I was like surprised by it, and I loved it. Like that's the one kill that I did see, and I liked a lot. Like,
yes.
The wrist.
Straight up snaps this dude's wrist back.
Yeah.
And then stabs the dude in the neck with his own bone. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Saw it on Friday and I thought it was really good. Amber, I have to disagree. I hated this one. Like I don't think I could.
I saw that a lot. And I heard that a lot. People did not like this one.
It was very much like I had really high expectations going in, and right off the bat it brought me right down. But then the kills were actually pretty cool. Like I liked that one a lot. What? Okay, sorry. Go back into this real quick. So they're in the police vehicle trying to get the woman to the hospital. She passes away. He freaks out, kills the deputy. The deputy accidentally shoots his partner in the neck, and the car crashes with Leatherface, the blonde girl, and the supposedly dead police officers now. Well, the other officer didn't die right away, even though he was shot like in the neck area, right about here, and in this car crash, like head on into this tractor, going very quickly. And that's kind of a theme throughout the movie. A bunch of people you think are dead aren't dead, and then they come back for like 5 seconds just to die again, which was really just they did it so many times. Like you see that trope in movies all the time where the villain looks dead but they aren't, or the hero or the person who sacrificed themselves pops up to do one last heroic thing. It's definitely happened.
Escape Room. I was watching Escape Room too, and I actually like that because they're kind of cheesy. I was like, I'll let you have that.
Yeah, those are. One more time.
I've never watched Escape Room.
Ooh, if you want, honestly, just watch the YouTube clips. You'll see all the movie you need to see there. Honestly, it's so cheesy you don't need to see the whole thing.
It's so cheesy, but it's like a big budget movie. Like a big studio did it, so I enjoy it.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. More fun than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Couple of comments.
We're talking about Escape Room instead of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What do you call? His hand into the neck. Yeah, that was a really good. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about, Amber. The original actress Sally passed away years ago, having a different actress trying to copy Halloween 2018. I'm sorry, but the picture that Sally got burned by the hitchhiker in 1974. I forgot about that. And yeah, I agree. It was the different actors trying to copy the Halloween 2018.
Yeah.
It was exact. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Gary. It's the exact same plot as that Halloween. And the end of this one is exactly like the end of Halloween Kills, where we'll again, I'm hopping all over the place, but we'll get into that in just a second. So he murders everybody in the van. He skins his mother's face and wears it as the mask. And he starts heading back to town to get his revenge. Oh my goodness!
The death scene.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I thought you might like that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah, I didn't like that deputy anyway, so it was fine. He wasn't likable. But my goodness. So he's heading back. The only actual like townsfolk that's there is the mechanic, the one that they actually made fun of before in the movie. That girl just openly makes fun of him at the gas station for some reason, just to be a dick, I guess. And they have to work together because he's the only one there. Finds out that they don't have the deed to the house, so they are like two of them are in the house looking for the deed to prove that it wasn't their fault that the woman died, and then they find out it's 100% their fault. And in that moment, Leatherface comes back to the house and starts killing some more. He slices some dude's face. One of the sisters, the older sister, is upstairs hiding because she sees the murder, but she hasn't technically been seen yet. So
he's beating the guy's head in with whatever he has.
Oh yeah, you're at that part, the mallet.
That part.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. That's what's coming up in my mind because the dude who I thought was gonna be the guy to like kind of save the day shows up in one scene to fight him and then just gets wrecked, which I thought was good. That was interesting. There was no hero to the end of the story because nobody can stop this like giant villain. But they never like. He takes an ungodly amount of shots and stabbings and everything, and he just keeps going.
Damn.
One more time.
And he's 70.
And he's at least 70 because how they've chronological the story.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be at least late 60s, early 70s. That's like the youngest he could be.
I can't remember if I've seen all of them, but in one of them, he has to wear other people's faces because of a skin condition. Is that the original one?
No, that is gosh dang, that's the prequels, I think. Something like that.
Okay.
I cannot remember which one, but
So in this one, he doesn't have that, right?
no, he has a totally normal face, which you actually see in the beginning of the movie. He kind of has, like, you can kind of see his face a couple scenes. Looks totally normal, which really that upset me too. I didn't want him
Yeah,
to be. I don't want to see his face. I want to
because
only
that's
see
why
the mask.
he gets other people's faces because his face isn't.
Yeah.
I also
Oh,
saw
Gary.
one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Also saw another one where it's like a woman leather face. I don't remember which one. I think it's the Matthew McConaughey one.
Yes,
Yes.
Is it? I cannot
It's
remember.
so bad.
that one.
It's so bad.
One.
But
Hey,
I've seen it so many times.
bad horror movies can still be great. Like that's why there's still cool things about this one. If you
It's
guys want to
Matthew
watch it.
McConaughey, and I think
That
like
one-
they've had a lot.
Her face, and he's all screaming like ah. That made me.
So would you say, Miguel, that one is better than the Netflix one?
All of them are.
Yeah.
All of them. Oh my goodness. Fast and Furious 35, where they go to the moon or something, will be better than this movie. God, it's bad. It's real bad. Gary, the gore in some of this scene is great and awesome and creative. Absolutely agree with that. Is there a message that the director is trying to say about the anti-gun law segment or something? I think absolutely. But it doesn't make any sense because they use guns at the end to try to take them down, and that's what gives them the power to fight against us. So it's very, is it anti-gun or is it just a
Pro-gun?
plot point they used about the school shootings or about her getting over her fear? Because she was very much, she had PTSD holding one of the guns later or earlier on in the movie when she's talking to the gentleman in town, which obviously makes sense. I mean, she was shot in the neck, like, and she survived a school shooting. She should be scared. I get it. Like that makes absolute sense. The fact that she doesn't like guns makes absolute sense. Don't fault that one bit. But then by the end of it, both the sisters who are very much, pro gun control are gunslinging away, no problem. And another part that just.
I kind of like the ending, that it wasn't that happy. Like you think it's gonna be happy, but then
Oh no, it wasn't happy.
no.
It was not happy at all.
Oh my god.
And the movie location was, Frankie, where do we say it was at? Where did it, Bulgaria?
Yeah.
Bulgaria. Yeah, the movie. It's a great backlot that they created for this because it's the exact same, like almost the exact same feel as House of Wax. I actually really liked that remake. I thought Paris
I
Hilton
love it
died
too.
really good.
Long time.
With Paris Hilton, I love that
She
movie.
actually did okay for
Yeah.
not acting.
I was
She
happy
got
died.
murdered.
but
Yeah, just fucking kill her. It's fine.
And then they're twins.
And if you
I
want to
don't-
see her perform, she's still a DJ in Vegas, so that's good for her. She's not murdered over there. Excellent for
No.
her.
She's a smart businesswoman. She's very smart.
Yeah, she's not my favorite, but you know what? Good for her. She's still working.
She's like a good businesswoman. She is.
Well, I couldn't say much about her. I never really
I never.
like when you're young, you got your celebrity crushes. She just wasn't on the list. She wasn't there.
You cut out Lex.
You guys ever see that show that she did with what's her
Oh, Nicole something.
thing where they went and like did like real everyday people stuff? That show was hilarious.
I mean, who would get paid for that? Like, if we did normal stuff, nobody would care.
Right.
I mean, smart cookie.
I'll film you guys doing normal stuff. Like,
Right.
what do you call it? Wait. Have either of you ever tried to make a grilled cheese with an ironing board? So come on.
No, I used to make grilled cheeses in the toaster, so
I don't cook. I buy food. I
Oh
was
my
telling him, I was telling Miguel in the beginning that I was like so hungry. I got my veggie burrito and I put it in the microwave, and I didn't notice I left the foil in. I was like, oh my god. I was just really hungry and tired.
I was totally gonna leave that off air.
I do that.
Yeah, so you're not alone.
Oh shit.
Oh my
And I was
god.
like, shit.
Oh my god. Oh, sorry, Richard. It started out all right. The narration in the beginning was good. A long time ago in Texas, far, far away. Yeah. Whatever they said. I agree. I like the narration for like the first 2 minutes, dude. But then the moment the actual main character started talking, I was out. I wanted them gone right away. It could have been a 20-minute movie of just Leatherface hearing what they had to say and then just murdering them, and I would have been totally fine with that. Did you see the post-credit scene? Yes. A little spoilers. I don't know if you guys are gonna watch this later, but
I'm going to.
the very end, Sally meets up with them in town, and she starts helping the girls as they are the last two survivors
Right.
out of like I would say maybe 24 people. Everyone at the auction, the people who originally showed up, and the only townsfolk that was there, the one guy, and he goes through everybody, until he gets to the last two sisters, which I actually was happy that they were the ones to make it because if anyone was, I was like, okay, I'm rooting for them, family, and it's actually kind of a theme to these, like you said, it's a theme to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the families.
Mhm.
But they're about to die, and she comes out of nowhere and like, you know what? I'll take care of this. Don't worry. She does not take care of this. They get into a small scuffle, and he straight up lifts her up with his chainsaw and just goes to town on her and just murders her. But again, she's not fully dead, even though she just got a chainsaw through the stomach, lifted up in the air, and then he throws her across the street.
And she's
She
older
lives.
too.
Yeah, and the shoulder, yeah, and she lives long enough to hand over a shotgun to them and like give a little speech. You can't let him live because you'll haunt you forever, and you just it just
Wait, did
so
you
rough.
guys have
Everybody in
high
this movie
hopes?
has like max health at all times, so just be ready for that.
Well, that's amazing.
What was that?
Did
One
you
more
guys have high hopes about being on Netflix instead of like a bigger, like, when they put the movie in the movie theaters?
Oh,
But
I
this
just had high
released
hopes
to
in
Netflix.
general.
Because I was like thinking they didn't release it to movie theater, so my hopes kind of went down. But sometimes they can be good, like Gerald's Game. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, I
That's
am
a good one.
skeptical when they don't make theaters and they directly go to HBO or something.
Yeah. But there are some good ones, so I was like,
Yeah, I can see that.
No, see, I don't mind it because I love horror movies. Like there is goodness, Shudder. It's just a horror streaming site, and they have some amazing originals on there. My goodness, Richard, what was the other one you were telling me about? I just totally forgot the name of it right now. But there's some great like direct to DVD, direct to streaming horror stuff, and this was no exception. For like, I thought it was going to be really good. I was very excited, and then just
but
down the
this
drain.
is a big franchise. That's why.
That's how
Like-
I felt about Play.
Oh,
Yes.
Child's Play.
My God, I'm so pissed off about that movie.
Did you like the TV show?
The show was I didn't get to finish it, but I have to catch up. But I kind of liked it. It was different. Kind
It
of
had its moments.
backstory what I liked. The movie, I didn't even finish the movie. I was just like, fuck this doll. Like he's not scary enough.
He was adorable.
I know.
It wasn't.
Cute.
Like, that's not going to scare your kid. No, we need
No.
to scare little kids,
Classic.
scar them like I was when I was a little girl.
Yeah, my son is
Yes.
of classics, and it's my favorite. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, let's see. Did you know that Friday the 13th remake looks like they're trying to have a Leatherface versus Jason in the sequel? It kind of did feel that way, honestly.
Huh.
And I know it's not going to happen, but it seemed like they could have tried that route. So yeah, Gary, I think I did hear about that somewhere, but I think they were going to do a Marvel style like connected universe with all the slasher villains. The same way they tried to do it for the werewolf and the Invisible Man and Jekyll and Hyde. It just never came to be. I don't think you'll make enough money that way with horror characters. I don't think you need to do that. They can do well on their own. You make them for a little bit, you sell them for a little higher, and you're good to go. Just make another one. So they don't need the connected universes. Like you don't need to have Chucky and Jason team up to fight Thanos. All right, it doesn't need to happen.
Did you guys like Freddy versus Jason?
That was funny.
Yeah, it wasn't that good, but I was like, yeah, I'll still watch it every once in a while.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, but anyway, I'm sorry. Basically, end of the movie ends with a fight scene, and they think they killed him, and the sisters are ready to hop in their Tesla and auto drive back to Austin, back to the vegan free range food to be safe. But as they're leaving, Leatherface comes out of nowhere, pulls the older sister out of the car and cuts her head off as the car doesn't stop and just drives away with the other sister to safety. And then he dances with his chainsaw in the middle of the road. Yeah. So he was shot about 6 times with the shotgun at pretty close range, not super close, but at sometimes very close. He was stabbed multiple times. Gosh dang, he was.
I wish I was that strong.
I know. I was like, what?
What vitamin is he taking?
What the hell?
I truly don't get it. Like every character now is like invincible if you're a villain.
Right.
At least in Jason they try to explain it. Like it's weird, but they explain it. None of the other ones seem to explain it anymore. They're just like, well, he's a tank. He's okay. He doesn't get hurt.
Bad writing.
It was pretty rough.
Oh.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. But I don't know if do I recommend it kind of thing.
No,
I don't know.
I read so many bad reviews on Facebook, like, and I was upset. I was like, no, that is one of my favorite franchises because, like, even if it's bad, like the sequels are so bad, but I still enjoy them. Like my Matthew McConaughey one.
Yeah.
This one does not fall in that category. This falls under not a good sequel, not a good bad movie. Like there are really fun bad movies out there.
Pet Cemetery 2.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Have you guys? Oh wait, go ahead.
Final Destination.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But they're entertaining. That's the thing. They're entertaining. Like you can't watch a bad romantic comedy. It's just bad. It's not entertaining. But a bad horror movie, it can be entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. Yeah. But oh my, what was another one? Have you seen Sleepaway Camp?
No.
I saw the first one because
I love the first one.
The big scene at the end. Wait, Lex, have you seen Sleepaway Camp? Oh, I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna ruin it for you because there's a big twist.
You need to watch it. Yeah, you need to watch
it, and then we need to talk about it because there's a big twist, and I want to see if you saw it coming.
Richard, we would absolutely remake Sleepaway Camp. I would get all of the girls to be in it, and then the twist would happen with one of them, and the whole movie would be who does the twist. Like you wouldn't know. Oh God, I wish I could say it. I can't tell you. Can't say it. You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
Watch it, Lex, and then we can talk about it because like the twist is like it's one of the That
end scene is still the scariest movie moment of my childhood because I was watching it at like 2 a.m. with my brother. And
you didn't know the twist before, right?
No, not before that. No.
Okay.
I watched it and I got really close because I thought the movie was over and I was gonna go turn it off. And then boom, it pops up on screen, and I freak out and I run out of the room. Oh my God, beautiful!
I wish I didn't know. So I'm like, Lex, you have like the nice blessing of not knowing because I already knew the twist before.
It's really good.
It's bonkers. God, it's bonkers.
Wonderful. Gary says Dennis Hopper versus Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw 2 back in '84. Chainsaw versus Chainsaw. Nice. Yep.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? The Expendables, since they're all so old and they're still like doing action with like Leatherface.
It feels like that.
Yes.
You call it the Expendables Murder Edition. But I guess they were murdering more people in Expendables than they did in this movie.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. But honestly, there's not a whole lot to go into it. Just the characters weren't all that great. The plot line was very bonkers. Why they were even there, but they try to set it up for like a sequel to this sequel where he's back at his homestead, where after everyone's murdered, after the girl escapes in her Tesla, he goes back to the original house, where it's empty. There's no family left there. It's just him. So I don't know what's going to happen because there's literally nothing in this area of Texas. It's hundreds of miles of empty. So a part 2, I guess, could be cool because now he's back at the original house. But I don't know why anymore. There's no purpose. It's just...
You look so disappointed, Miguel.
I am. I really am. I had such high hopes for this. I watched it early this morning, actually, after work. and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be great. Got my coffee. And then nope, it's bad. Just,
Oh, just good coffee.
at least I had the coffee. That was nice. They should have brought Sally back at the house, not some random town. I agree with that too, Richard. It would have been better for her to be back in that spot where all the horrible stuff happened to her and her friends, and get some retribution. But she did not. She failed miserably. At least Jamie Lee Curtis lived through her situation.
Yeah.
But this girl, poor Sally, did not make it. Like I said, rest in peace, Sally.
I need to watch that too.
That's it. That's all I got for this one. I got nothing else to really say about it. It was, at best, it was okay in some moments. The deaths were pretty fun.
It kind of looks like they want to continue it, but don't know what else to do. Is what I got from watching just the kills.
Do you think it was a cash grab?
I think so. I think it was like them trying to reach. Honestly,
I don't know. I feel like they definitely were counting their chickens because they were gonna be. I think they're really banking on a part 2, but I don't think Netflix is gonna pay them for it. Because it was so bad. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Disappointment. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, did you see Leatherface sitting there with his chainsaw not working?
Well, did he at least have a nice chainsaw? Because I need a good chainsaw in a Texas
You know
Chainsaw
what?
movie.
I totally forgot to mention this. Okay, have you guys seen John Wick?
Yeah.
Okay, remember the scene
Reeves,
where the first movie he's like, "Oh, I'm fucking pissed. I'm gonna go get my shit back," and he starts just sledgehammering the floor.
Yes.
They have that same scene, but with the wall. And that's where his chainsaw is. He goes into his mother's room. He's crying. He's holding one of her dresses, like, well, he's wearing her face, by the way, and smelling it, and then like, oh, I'm so sad. My mom's gone. Well, better go murder everybody. But he doesn't talk like that. He's better voice. Much more, adult. So he starts smashing the wall, and then in the wall is his chainsaw. So it's him. Like it proves that he is the original murderer from the original movies, just minus the family now. So he basically, they killed his dog by killing his mom. All right, he is evil version of John Wick, but just less cool suits and absolutely no gold coins. Very disappointing. Okay, real quick, Gary. They'll probably have a real. Okay, no, I can't read that comment. Gary, because that ruins the plot twist for Lex. I can't read that, but I absolutely agree with that. And honestly, I wouldn't be against it. Would not be against that idea. Nothing makes you feel better than a good old-fashioned slaughter. I agree with that as well. The third Texas Chainsaw saw his family engraved. I don't remember.
Oh, the third one is where it's like the couple, right? They're on a trip.
I gotta rewatch that.
It's like 80s. I like the third one.
Basement. It was like a pool. Yeah, Richard, that's another. I don't even want to go into that, bro.
Excuse me.
There's too much.
Ooh.
There's a lot of things that just don't make sense, guys. But I think we're gonna cut it for there because.
Wait, before I want to know out of the franchise, which one's your favorite?
Oh, that's gonna be the original or the Jessica Biel one because I love this.
Oh my god, that's my answer. Because the original one, it was so fucked up. Like how the heat was so bad, and I can't believe they filmed through that. And they treated Sally like shit in real life too.
Yeah, no, it was brutal to watch. Like honestly, the first time seeing that one, really good.
Because she's really going through that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can feel it.
What do you call it? Let's see. Stephen Chang and Richard both say the original. Then number 2, and then Richard says 2003. I don't remember which year they came out because there was also another Texas Chainsaw Massacre that I didn't care for. It was newer, and then like a prequel that I didn't care for either. It was like okay, but it just didn't make any sense. So there's a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre out there. You just gotta find which ones you like, really. Oh, 03 is Beal. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was yeah.
And I think that's the one I've seen the most.
I think so.
Yeah.
You call it. All right. But I don't know. I honestly, there's not much else I want to say about this movie, just because rough. Like, if I could make a recommendation, there's better horror movies on Netflix. There are better fan-made horror movies or original content on YouTube if you want to watch some scary stuff on there. And then there's a new one coming out. I'm not sure what streaming site it is, but it has like the same feeling. I think it's called like
XX.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to see that one. At first, I thought it was the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I thought it was that one that everyone was talking about.
Almost, yeah, pretty much the same. I think that one's gonna be good. I cannot wait to watch that. I'm gonna have high hopes for that stuff.
I really like his stuff, so I was like excited. I don't remember if it was him, but I think it was because I got excited.
Oh, it's like, oh, some mood lighting. I like it.
I know. I was like, whoa.
I know it turned. Oh, I want.
Let's see, Gary, the original 2, 3, and then the first, the first only remake. Okay, yeah, I like that list as well. Richard said that this one is fun kills and Leatherface is the good guy. Kind of agree, because these people come into his house, basically get his mom killed, and then he gets a rampage. So you know what? I say he's the good guy too. Boom.
Yeah, hearing about that, I was like, these kids are fucking assholes. Like, who does that? How entitled are they?
They were not likable at all. Like, everything about it was just, oof, you didn't want to root for them. And yet, I don't think anybody does root for them throughout the entire movie. It just doesn't feel like you can.
I always
bad. Cool. But okay, all right. What do you call it? Any last words on this one, guys?
Family stays together.
I think you guys should still have to watch it because I had to watch it.
I'll watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it. It had so many bad reviews.
Boo.
I will rewatch Sleepaway Camp so we can talk about it because I want to know Lex's reaction.
Oh heck yeah!
I didn't get the chance. I already knew the twist before watching it, and I wish I didn't because it would have been different.
Honestly, yeah, Lex, if you can, instead of watching this movie, watch Sleepaway Camp, and we'll talk about that one too because that one's so much better. Yeah, my God,
it's 80s cheesiness, but
okay, I'm excited.
Yes.
The sequels to Sleepaway Camp, by the way, are ridiculous and so much fun. I think part 3, there's this kid whose catchphrase throughout the entire movie is "Your ass stinks," and he runs around saying that like 20, 30 times, just telling everybody that their ass stinks.
I mean, some people, they don't shower.
You want to watch it. Yeah.
Okay.
But, all right, guys. I got to get going though. My phone's gonna die because I'm doing this on the phone. Yep. Okay. Gary, the original. My favorite scene is the truck driver running with Sally out of his truck for some reason. Oh, that is some good stuff. All right, guys. I gotta close this out though. We'll talk to you guys all later. You have a good one.
Bye.